Okay, hello. Back again, I guess. Still, yeah. So playing Ashe, King's Row, not a bad pick. Like Ashe is so versatile. It's fine for to main her. I guess let's have a look at the rest of your comp. You've got Orisa, Zarya. They're really not great. They don't have much synergy at all. Moira, Anna, and the soldier. So Moira Anna is obviously a lot of healing. I don't know if you want me to break down your team comp and why it isn't really ideal, but like it's kind of wasteful. Like all the healing for like Orisa, Zarya. Like Orisa doesn't. This is like she doesn't do that much. She's not like Ryan or Winston, where like having an Ana really empowers her all that much. Like obviously it helps, but it's wasteful. Like, but that's not really your problem. Ashe is a fine pick. Like yeah, just gotta roll with what your teammates do, even if it's not ideal.
4, 3, 2.
Okay, where you're standing right now is kind of risky. It's very common for people to play Widowmaker here. To stand right here, even if they don't plan to play it for long, to just stand here and try to get a pick like the moment the doors open. So if you're standing here, like you could just die to that. So beware. Like, I do like the high ground. You are right next to the door, but like I would be like back here even just like peeking or maybe even down here like even just peeking is dangerous, but like you've got to know what you're up against. But yeah, like now the
Attackers
door is open. If
incoming.
there was a widow there,
Defend objective
she
A.
could kill you. There's not, and I think you see that and stuff, but yeah, not the biggest thing.
Use your head
But
up.
yeah, you don't see anyone who can kill you like Widow or Hanzo, really. Both of those could just one-shot you. You don't see either of those, so, so you can just stay up here, yeah. It's a fine position. Uh, you are having some difficulty shooting for your, like, to be honest, I prefer just holding, King's Row, I prefer holding here. It's I just prefer it. Like you get an angle on the choke, which is really nice. Or even up here. I like up here. If like sometimes you maybe even want to be up here, shooting down from here, but I to be honest, I can't really tell you when. Yeah. Anyway, love like your aim really isn't bad. I love that. uh, that Doom's probably gonna switch soon. I don't know. Actually, probably not. This is still runs. Now you're pushing in. You just gave up the high ground for no reason. I mean, maybe you're moving to where I said I would have preferred to have you. Well, you're not standing behind the shield. Like, if you're gonna be down here, at least be down here. Uh, just dangerous, unnecessary risks. You never have to take such risks. Yeah, good eye spotting Sigma on the flank. Uh, yeah, I mean, what else could you be doing? You could be shooting in a choke right now. Like shooting at that shield is like only really good, I guess, if there's no other targets. But there are. Um, like yeah, spam. Nobody likes shooting shields. It's just something you've kind of got to do. But like you've only got to do it if you've got nothing else. Now you're going up here. I like it. I really do like it. This is a good position. There's shots that flew by. That's quite obviously from Doomfist, so that's kind of funny. But yeah, I think he's coming for you. Yeah, I just heard him to the left here. Like obviously I can see him with full wax, but you can also hear him. Yeah, definitely. Like I can definitely hear him coming from the left. Yeah, you didn't hear him. Yeah, audio is really helpful. anyway. So yeah, you could have definitely prevented that if you had to. I went too far forward. I still wish you could only like skip forward 5 seconds, but okay. Yeah, your team's lost this fight. Yeah, you should have just focused on the Doom there, like when he jumped up. You should have shot him. Yeah, right now, just back out, get back behind this corner. Yeah, that's good. I don't like that Orisa shield. It's gonna break in 2 seconds. Apparently not. There we go. Yeah, just chill here, I guess. Keep doing what you're doing. This is fine, really fine. Yeah, you can hear Doom behind you. So far, I've kind of like... This Doom is gonna be a real problem for you, I can already tell. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, that's kind of unnecessary coach gun. Like you use it to get back behind here, but you could have just walked back. You also hit the Zen for like really little damage. Not a big deal, but it's unnecessary cooldown. Ooh, I don't like the look of this. I would be thinking of running. Yeah, good. That's good. Good dynamite. Shame you didn't shoot it, but it still went off. Got a bunch of them. Yeah, this is looking good for you guys. They're trancing. I mean, trance. It doesn't last long, but it makes them basically immortal. So fall back, don't go in. Yeah. Okay, that's unlucky. Yeah, they just spent 3 ultimates, I think. Trance, Molten Core, and Gravitic Flux. I don't think you can feel bad. Like I think like you would have probably lost it. Your Lucio could have used beat. Actually, why didn't your Lucio? I'm not here to criticize your teammates, but could he have used beat? Just curious. The point being, like, I think that like you couldn't have saved that fight, but what was your Lucio doing? Yeah, so even like right here, when they trance, like trance is... smarter players will push with trance. Like the moment the Zenyatta pushes trance, like the rest of their team should just be going forward, because whatever damage they take will just instantly be... I somehow missed the fact that your Moira is using Coalescence. I didn't notice that. But still, when Zen is using Transcendence, like, they should just be going full aggro, just holding W and mowing you down. The Cole will make that harder, but I mean, Trance is just so much better than Cole, for healing purposes, of course. So, in other words, they should have pushed you here, and you should have died right here. They didn't even have to spend those other 2 ults. Trance is just that good. But they don't push. Yeah, you break the turret. I would have, like, been shooting at the Sigma here, but I think that would have been pointless. Like, you wouldn't have killed him before he got it off. And then you're just dead. So, all in all, like, you could have fallen back. I would have fallen back the moment that Trance hit, and you would have been safe for longer, but ultimately I don't think you would have won the fight. I think they just rolled it with ults. So, not too important, but, like, Trance means fall back. It just lasts like 3 seconds. Like, it's fine to just fall back for 3 seconds. You can push in when it's over.
Nothing wrong with a little self-improvement.
Group up with me.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have anyone to touch right now. You should just give them this point and hold this corner. Yeah. Maybe even fall back more. Yeah, as Ash, like being up here would actually be pretty good. They don't have anything. Okay, they've got the Doom. I was about to say they don't have anyone that can really push you down here, but like Doom, he's just standing there. He would totally. So never mind that. But I would have thought of like yeah, that's fine. You did jump up, so that kind of finishes my thought. Lovely, love to see it. Very, very nice dynamite. You've definitely improved in that regard. They're all on fire now.
You have to watch out for
Yeah, that was a huge dynamite. It was damage boosted by the bongo, so it did 50% extra damage. Huge dynamite. Really love to see it. Love the taunt.
burn it all down. Burn it all down.
Yeah, I just heard Doomfist. I think he's up here again. I heard him from above. Oh, he's up here. Not much. I mean, you could try to take pot shots at him. You're probably not gonna kill him, but you could. Like, their comp, like, you don't have to worry too much about being in cover. Like, the only thing that can really kill you from distance, I mean, Torb headshot can do a lot of damage, Zen can do a lot of damage, but nothing can, like, kill you instantly. So you don't have to be so careful about using corners, especially if you look here and you don't see any enemies except for the Doom who can't do anything to you from that distance, then it is safe to stand here. Unless they've got a Widow or a Hanzo, those can just kill you. Like, you've really got to be careful with those. But anyone else, it is fine to literally just stand like here, because like they shoot you, they can't kill you in one shot. So if they shoot you with a headshot, it won't kill you. So you can just like pop back in cover. You'd have to be really unlucky for like a Zen and Torp to both headshot you to come around the corner and headshot you at once. It's really unlikely. So yeah, you don't have to be so careful around this corner right now. They're not giving you a reason to. I don't know what your soldier did, but he killed Doom, and I like it. This is actually a pretty good position that your soldier is taking. The only person who can contest him up here is the Doom, who he had already killed. Or also maybe the Sigma if he bounces his things just right. Sigma's fun like that. Anyway, continue. Yeah, I like where you're staying. So I definitely want to see you use Bob this fight. Let's see how it goes. Where was your... Yeah, Rep. At least you've just got Lucio heals. It's actually really bad. Your whole team should just play it safe until Moira comes back. Like, even give up this corner, honestly. Yeah, you're pushing a bit far. Zarya's got your back, but that's fine. So, what is this Krav? It's probably gonna kill them is the sad thing. Lucio should beat now. He really should. Let's see if he does. Yeah, he does. Lovely. Love to see it. And I was just about to recommend Bob, so yeah. No more ultimates as long... Okay, well, your team don't have any more ultimates to use, but you should win this fight based off those two ultimates. Yeah, I love seeing you go up there. You should kill the Doom right now, hopefully. Yeah, wonderful. There's Zarya was just standing in the open. That's not like, yeah, you should punish that, but that's not gonna always happen. Doom, yeah. I'm so glad he like shot at him and not just fell back. Yeah, no, it's good. It's good. And Doom. Oh my god, he killed Moira. I feel bad for your Moira. She's spending a lot of time dead. Yeah, I can hear Doom from the left, so he's in here. I would be looking at him right now. Yeah, definitely. Like, you're not using your audio. You're still not using your audio, I don't think.
Fire at will.
My ultimate ready.
Welcome out of there.
Yeah, you just threw a dynamite into Trance. That's not gonna do anything. Trance is just gonna eat that up. Wait until after Trance.
Your visor.
Yeah, definitely go for Zen. You're almost dead. Who's gonna kill you? Is it gonna be Torb? Zen? Mercy? You're probably dead now. Ah!
I will.
It was Doom. Wow. Not my bet, but... Yeah, no, I think like what you did was fine, but like everyone was shooting at you. Zen, Torb, Doom. Yeah, I can't really blame you for that. Yeah, your Lucia's just stalling on cart. So far, like, what went wrong this game, your Moira was dead for a lot of it. You lost point A, like, I wouldn't say you could have stopped it, but you died to Doom at point A, which really hurt you guys a lot. Then you got rolled for with ults at point B. Yeah, right now it's just a stall situation, really. Like, they've got to pile it up to here, and I think they've, or at least they had the numbers advantage. So right now that's no longer the case, but your team is just stalling, and that's good. Doom is doing so much work. Honestly, like, I would have switched to McCree at this point just to counter the Doom because he's really, really annoying. To shut down Doomfist, you really want stuns. Like, any high mobility hero like Doomfist, Tracer, Genji, Sombra, Wrecking Ball. You want stuns. You want stuns for him. Like the way he's moving around makes him really hard to shoot. And if you can interrupt one of his abilities, even just one of his abilities, like if you flash him while he's charging up punch, that's like that takes away a lot of his potential. So I would have done a switch to McCree a while ago already.
They are getting on my nerves. Enemy turret ahead.
Yeah, that's fine. You can just stay where you are. You don't have to be on cart. Everyone else is already on cart. Where's Torb? Yeah, your Moira's just dying a lot. I don't know if that's her fault or if she's unlucky. Like sometimes it just happens. So, yeah, Doom is in, but you're not focusing on him. Like everyone needs to focus Doom when he goes in. Questionable jump. I think you were trying to dodge the what do you call it? The meteor strike. Yeah, just use Bob the moment you get him. Yeah, excellent. Back there he's gonna do a lot of work. Wait a second, where you threw him in here? That's kinda really bad. Because like this is his sight line now. If you had thrown him here, you could also shoot around this corner. So that was just like always when you use Bob, think about where he's going to end up. If he like this would have been way better than here where he is. Like he's still doing work here, but it's just like the what do you say, the thought of it. Like I think even here would have been a good position. I would have like just thrown him here, but in here is bad, or not optimal rather. It's still doing work. It's probably gonna kill this Zarya right now. But like Zen, if that where you threw it, Zen could have just I mean, he could be standing right here and you would be safe, you know. Uh, he's hiding in here instead, so like throwing him here wouldn't have really mattered. It's just like you want him to deny as much space as possible, like have a big sight line. I'm sure you didn't intentionally throw him in here, but it is something to think about. Anyway, you got the Zarya. You might get one more with that. Ah, that hurts. Yeah, I don't know. Oof, and they raised the Zarya. Yeah, it's probably the end of it. I mean, you do have a Orisa on card. She can stall for a while. Orisa's, I mean, even like especially now after I don't know if you saw the changes on the on experimental, but Orisa really is like probably the tankiest tank. With her fortify, like I think she has the highest effective health with that. Does she? No, actually, I don't think she does. Actually, it depends, because like Wrecking Ball can get up to. No, how much is it now? Fuck, they changed them. I don't know what's the max shields you can get now. It used to be up to 700 shields from his ability, but they changed it so he gets less shields. I'm not sure how much less, but I think actually, yeah, I think after that change, Orisa is now officially like the tankiest tank. Before it was like kind of dependent on if armor plays an effect or not. Anyway, I'm digressing. The point is like Orisa can stall for days. The reason why Bull is usually a better stall pick is because Orisa is slow, and when you're in a stall situation like this, getting something on the payload as fast as possible is important. Your Orisa isn't on cart though, if you lose because of that, that feels really bad. I'm sorry if that is the case, because she should just be stalling for, not for days, but she should be stalling for a while on cart. And it doesn't look like that's gonna happen, but yeah. Yeah, it's over. Interesting swap there. Like I said, this is a stall situation, so I've like I guess there's two kinds of stall situations. One that you just need to throw yourself on a cart as soon as possible. For that, you want like a tracer or a soldier, someone with mobility. Symmetra is not it. Second type is like if you can get a Mei on there, because Mei can just stall for a while, but she is slow, so you have to actually get her there first. Anyway, like not really a great switch for the current situation.
The true enemy of humanity is
Like
disorder.
we didn't know that Orisa wasn't on cart. We thought we'd had a bit more time. So you should have gone like speedy hero to just get back. It wouldn't have made a difference. At most, it would have probably saved you a few seconds. But it's like about it's about like for that 1 in 10 or 1 in 100 situation where it actually does make a difference. You know, it's the foot that counts. It was already over. Anyway. So you're playing Symmetra now. Symmetra is actually really not good against the comp they were playing. I mean, what were they playing? They had Sigma Zarya, Doomfist. Who was there? Torbjorn. Healers. Zen. Yeah, and one more. Who was their other healer? I don't remember.
My business, my rules.
Yeah, when are you switching to Sim? I want to see.
For a new high score.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Think you can keep up with me?
Because you did say you are going to switch to Sim. Oh wait, I think you said it's on the third round you switched to Sim, so not yet. Anyway, your team has Diva Zarya now. That is a really, really, really bad tank line. I would So you can't depend on these two to push. They're just gonna get melted. Diva's not in a great spot right now, especially with Sigma. Sigma kind of just took Diva's place in a way. In a lot of ways, like Diva used to be good in every type of comp. Now I think she's pretty much just good in dive comps. Uh, anyway, Diva Zarya, they're just gonna get melted. So in my mind, that means you want to apply backline pressure. The reason being, like, you don't have a front line. You do, like, these two. They're not a front line. I hate to say it, but they're not a front line. So your best bet is to not go for the enemy front line because they've got the front line advantage. So uh, you could think of something like Tracer, like just zip back here and uh, like the idea isn't necessary to get kills, but like to harass. If you just harass back here, like maybe you can get like two or three of them to like chase you or focus on you, which would make the front line, well, their front line a lot weaker. But like trying to fight a frontline war in with these tanks is pointless. Not necessarily pointless, but you know, it's tough. I would rather just go for the back line, go for the enemy back line. There's a lot of options you can use to go for the back line. Okay, you're AFK. I did say I won't comment on that. You said you're AFK because you're chatting. Text chat is good, but like the doors have already opened, so wrap it up. Like type fast and furious, you know. Yeah, you're wasting a lot of time. That's really not good. Nothing's really happened yet. Like your team's just poking around choke, so it's not like you're really missing out. Where's Doom? I heard Doom. Ah, you could actually shoot him in the back now. That would be funny. But yeah, point is like it's not ideal. You don't shouldn't be typing. Not so long past the doors open. You got the Doom. That's a nice pick, but yeah, fuck. Your Diva's already low. She looks like she wants to push. She's about to get demeched. Yeah. Your tanks are at such a disadvantage. Yeah, the random Torb spam got you. Yeah, they've really got a very high damage comp. Zenyatta, like he amplifies damage on 1 euro by 30%. Like if you have a high damage comp, you want a Zenyatta. Torb, he just outputs so much damage. Like not just his turret, but his primary fire as well. Like it's got like 20 bullets. Like you can just spam it for days. Sigma, he doesn't even have to reload. He can just spam for days. Doomfist, I mean, he's doing Doom things. Let's not talk about him. But the rest of it, their comp is like very, very, very high damage. They're even damage boosting the Torb. So uh, I don't like. Okay, Tracer wouldn't be a good pick because of Torb. Like the turret is such a good Tracer counter, and also his overload if you get him low. Um, well, having 1 euro counter isn't reason enough to switch. Like, you don't immediately switch off Tracer just because of it. They've got a Torb. You can still do some harassment in the backline, but they've just got a lot of spam. One thing that you could do is like outspam their spam, which Junkrat is good for. Something to mention that like one of Junkrat's biggest strengths is he can kill people that can't see him. Because his bombs bounce or arc. So like if you're playing Junkrat and you're standing right here and just spamming bombs over here, uh, just blind fire, then you can get kills and they can't kill you. And that's not necessarily a great strategy because it is blind fire. You're kind of just hoping to get lucky. Uh, I think that's a bad example. A better example is like around corners. Like if you just bounce it off this thing, let it full year, for example. There, that's one of Junkrat's biggest strengths. He can just spam from a safe location, which I think he's kind of doing. Like looking at him, yeah, that's also another thing. Like ducking into and out of the walls like that. To stay safe. It's not the safest thing. Like honestly, their Torb can still kill your junk really easily, and I wouldn't be surprised if it happens now. But it's useful. Anyway, where was I going with this? Uh, yeah, I still wanna. I'm not gonna see you do a backline hero, but this frontline war is really tough because of your tanks. Your tanks can't push into them. They need a distraction. Like actually, Pharah would also be really good if you can just spam rockets from above. They actually, Pharah would be really good here. They don't have anything to counter Pharah. Um, just something like to like either spam like Junkrat's doing. I don't mind what he's doing. Just spamming away for days. It's as long as you can stay safe doing it, which I hope he can. Farah as well, she can just spam and like she's hard to hit, especially for like Torb and such. But or a backline hero like Sombra, Tracer. Not really Genji. Genji's not great. Not great. I don't think Genji would be great here. Anyway.
They are getting on my nerves.
Yeah, your diva just died. Like, in a like right here, you guys really wanna move in as a unit. You don't wanna go in one by one, obviously. So, I would just wait for diva right now. Waiting doesn't necessarily mean like staying in spawn. You know, you can maybe still poke. Like, just do it really safely. Like, you're probably not gonna die in one shot. So like if you just peek out here and take a shot, then it's safe enough. It's not entirely safe. In fact, like maybe you shouldn't even be doing that because you know they've got a lot of damage. They can, as was proven in the last fight, they can melt you in like 0.2 seconds. But yeah, standing out in the open like this definitely like not good. You want to be either year or I would prefer year honestly. In fact, I was gonna say like I would like to see you go up here, um, but yeah, it's fine. You are going up. No, you're not. Yeah, this is a safe spot.
Much better.
Yeah. You can see the mercy beam here, so you might want to think about like shooting her from here. It's not the clearest shot, but it's a shot you can take. I like that dynamite, very nice. Ooh, your Junkrat is on the flank. I actually also want to suggest like going on flanks like these. It's not entirely safe, especially like I wouldn't even have known of the Doomfist, but like with this, I hate to say it, but your tanks aren't gonna push. You need to make a play. Like if it's not a play to like kill a bunch of players, at least do a distraction play. You know. Like I said, with Tracer, if you can just have two people or three people looking at you instead of looking at your tanks, then that's actually a lot of value. So going on a flank like this Junkrat is doing, well, I mean, he got a pick, which, you know, I don't have to tell you is great. It's what you're really hoping for, but like, you've got to consider like the best case scenario and the worst case scenario. Worst case scenario, he just dies right here without. Actually, no, worst case scenario, like they have to focus on him for a little bit and then he dies. So that's depending on when you do it. Like you want to do that when your team is actually in position to push. You don't want to do that like where he's doing when he's doing it right now. Because like even if like the whole team shoots at him now, you know your team can't capitalize on that. Anyway, But yeah, I would have like taking a flank like this wouldn't be a bad idea, I don't think. And it looks like you're doing that, so wonderful. Uh, yeah, just stay up here. Like you don't have to drop. Like you want to drop when if you don't have any targets, but there's a nice juicy Zarya up there which you
Let
can
them
just
up.
shoot. Yeah, wonderful. You can hear the Doomfist to your right. He's one.
That's better.
Capturing the objective.
Okay, you went back for the half pack, which isn't a terrible idea, but it just so happened to be at the same time your team decided to push, which makes it a bad idea because you want to be like, when your team decides, okay, let's go, then you need to go. Even if you're at 50 health, you still need to go. Yeah, when your team decides, okay, it's go time. Anyway, so that's not the biggest mistake, it's just bad timing, I guess. Which would also have to do with communication. Like, I don't know if anyone's on the mic in this game.
My ultimate is charging. Don't worry.
Objective A captured. Escort the payload.
Not sure why you jumped down. Up here, like, is a great position for hit scan. Like Ashe, you can like spam down on them. It is of course risky. Like Zen, he can actually just kill you if he charges up his orbs. And like they will be looking up there. It's a place to look, but that's still not. You should at least like try your luck up here, see if you can get anything. You can't just stay safe by dancing the corner like this, and like I said, Zen could theoretically just one shot you. Well, not one shot, but like one combo you if he charges up his orbs. It's just unlikely. Um, it would have been safe enough to just stand here and like shoot here, and that would have also like if you stood up here and shoot down at them, then it basically forces them behind this corner until they can deal with you. Like I said, Zen can deal with you, but at least make them deal with you, I guess. As we can see with the beauty of the replay viewer, Doom is up here, so he would have probably gotten you. You need to keep an ear out for that. So through the power of hindsight, like maybe dropping down isn't a terrible idea because Doom would have probably killed you because I don't think you would have heard him. But like I think the correct play would have been to just stay up here and spam down at them. Maybe get a kill. If you don't get a kill, you still force them back, which is something you want to do.
My ultimate is charging.
Piece of junk.
I'm not entirely sure what you're doing. In situations like these, like you only need one person on cart. In this situation, I think it would have been Bap probably. Oh man, that skin looks so cool. The rest of you should be trying to get to contest this space. Especially like considering like there's only 3 of them here. Zarya. Oh, where's Zarya? Was Zarya here? I could have sworn Zarya was also here. Actually, now I'm curious. Where is there Zarya? I could have sworn I saw her. She's back at spawn. So because like after you won the fight here, like generally speaking, they're not gonna have a full team here. So your team should be taking that opportunity to push them. Now, this is a thing your team should be doing. It's not a thing you should be doing on your own. But at like don't all stand on the payload. That's never a good idea. You've got 3 people here. They will probably push if you start pushing. Especially the Zarya. She looks hungry. Like getting these stagger kills are so valuable. I think that's also what they did to your team. In fact, let's go back there. We're at 10 minutes 20. Let's see like how they did it on their attack. would have been sooner than that. They probably got the stagger kills a little bit sooner than that. No, actually much sooner. They took point A really quickly on their attack, which is bad. Yeah, so see, like they've basically already capped the point. Let's just say they've capped the point. They haven't capped the point already. You guys have 3 in. So more or less the same as what they had. You know, they also had a Doomfist up there. Doesn't matter too much. And you guys almost have a Moira back. So it's more or less the same as what you're dealing with on your offense. Let's see how they react to it. So instead of... Okay, they are kind of just crowding on the payload. I take it back. Actually, no, they are poking here. Sigma is doing a good job. Sigma and Zarya and Torb, they're all poking here. They're forcing you guys back behind this corner. And let's see if they go even... Ah, you're also back. Actually, you're all here, so you don't have any staggered. You only have 1 staggered, and it's Lucio, who will be back in no time. So, never mind. It's not the same situation, but they are still doing what you should be doing, even though, like... they don't have as big advantage as you have. They're still making space, still forcing you guys back. And you're not doing that to them on offense. This is just... yeah, see, they're taking this corner, which is wonderful. Now, I mean, they can do that because they've got Sigma. You guys can't exactly do that because you've got a demeched Diva and a Zarya. But they also, on your offense, they only had 3. I'm just gonna fast forward through to see how this plays out. Yeah, they're still just keeping you back. There's only 2 of them. Okay, well... yeah, only 2 of them, but they're still keeping you guys back, and that's kind of what you want to be doing on offense. Like, yeah, I actually do like this Sigma. He's doing... okay, well, I don't actually like what he's doing. He thinks he's clever by bouncing it off here, which is clever enough, but... actually, I do like it, but he's just doing that repeatedly. I would have... actually, I really like it. I want to say I would have been up here, but maybe what he's doing is better. I'll go back to the present when we're past this corner. Yeah, okay. Never mind. I thought it was a good time to show an example of what you should do, but point is, like, you guys should, like, at least be contesting them here. You're not really. Like, all of you are back here. Your Moira's in on her own. Ah, man. Bless this Moira. You can't help what teammates you get. You can just do the best with what you've got. You're going up there, which I like. Okay, well, now you are. Oh, wait, yeah, I went back too far.
My ultimate is charging.
Piece of junk.
So, yeah, right now, your team should be, like, not giving them this corner for free. Like, you could have single-handedly... you could have probably single-handedly kept at least their Zen back here. For at least, like, even if you only keep him back for like a few seconds, you know, that's better than not keeping him back for a few seconds. Until he forces you to back off.
All systems checked out.
Yeah, your Diva's demacked, how nice. Yeah, and they've really got the advantage at this corner. They're really set up here. They've still got 2 on the way. Like, you guys actually can still, if all of your team just decide, okay, let's go in now, then you can just kill this 4. In fact, it's 3 here and 1 up here. So yeah, you can literally just decide, okay, let's kill these 3. But your team's not gonna do that, are they?
Damn.
Yeah. Definitely shoot at this turret right now. I think that's your priority. Reason being, like, with this turret here, where you're standing is not safe. The turret can actually kill you. Without the turret here, standing where you are now is perfectly safe. So for that reason, shoot the turret. Junkrat took care of it, no problem. I like that you're shooting at Doomfist, that's good. Yeah, actually, like, just take care of him. Okay, he's using Meteor Strike, he's probably gonna kill you, yeah. Ah, Doomfist.
They are getting on my nerves.
Yeah, I see that 94% and ooh, you can see Doom top right. I hope you aim there. You do. Wonderful. Maybe don't shoot. Like, if you don't have a clear shot, like you were aiming up here and then you couldn't shoot him, but you still shot. That kind of gives him a warning. So now he's gonna hide here. If you didn't shoot, he might have picked out. It's just kind of mind games. I like that dynamite actually. I like that a lot. So if I were you right now, I would use my thing to jump up here and throw Bob back here. That's what I would do. Why not just throw Bob back here? Because like one of their tanks will probably body block it, and then your Bob is standing here, which isn't as good as your Bob standing here. You know, that's.
Let them up.
Okay, I'm not too sure. I think. Did I miss something? Are you waiting for their doom? Yeah, probably with me pausing and stuff, I do realize like I tend to lose track of I guess what's going on because I focus on specific things and I forget other things. Anyway, okay, now I hear Doom behind you. Turn around immediately. Yeah, I like that dynamite, so never mind the turn around immediately, but still turn around. There is a Doom behind. Oof, your team just used a lot of ults. I'm proud of you for not ulting. I would have ulted like at the start of the fight and it would have made a big difference, but later in the fight you were wise to not ult. Because you could see like it was already won. I'm in 2x speed, but everything feels slow. Wonder why.
They are getting on my nerves.
Yeah, this is not 2x speed. The replay here is broken. This is normal speed. Yeah, it looks like the replay. This is too slow. I think the replay viewer is actually broken. This is not 2x. Yeah, their Doomfist just wasted that. Is he up there or down here? Yeah, down here. If I were him, I would have gone up here instead. Go for the junk. Anyway.
Get into position.
So yeah, you don't have to bob now. Not yet. Your team is still pushing, but definitely soon. Definitely soon. Yeah, like now would be a great time to bob. You forgot about Bob. Your coach can jump right up. That's not really a good habit. You could have used it to back out this way instead of straight up.
They are getting on my nerves.
Your junk got a really nice pick. I love it.
Let's keep this payload
The
rolling.
replay viewer is broken. No.
Let them up.
I can't fast forward. yeah, just kill him, please. One more. Got him, nice. Yeah, I hope you go up there. I think you will. No, should go up here. Up here is a really nice spot to be. Like, then you wouldn't have to aim past the payload. You'd be aiming over the payload. Yeah, I really hope you bob soon. Really hope you bob soon. Like, they're down so many members. Like, if in situations like these where like you're this close to the end and they've only got like 1 or 2 members left, you just want to throw everything at that 1 or 2 members to make sure they can't stall, to make sure you can just push in the payload like right now. So if you throw Bob right now, that's great. There you go, love it. Yeah, you're struggling with the reload. It's faster to okay, yeah, it's faster to reload a few bullets instead of just one by one. I feel you, like it's like a time where every bullet counts, but still at least like 3 or 4 at a time.
Score 3-3.
Anyway, yeah, onward. Let's see what happens.
Initiating my business, my rules.
Yeah, you're just sticking to Ashe. My problem with like Ashe is a very generalist hero. She works in a lot of situations. But you're not really ever switching to counter what the enemy is doing. Like on DPS, you really do have a lot of freedom for that. I don't mind this position because, well, for like if they had a sniper, this wouldn't be a great position. But they probably like at this point they could switch to a sniper, but I mean, it's a safe bet that they won't because this is bronze and they haven't really played hit scan so far. But yeah, if things get hairy, you can also just coach gun over to this high ground, which is nice. So yeah, I'm fine with this position. It's good
I am ready.
considering what you know.
5, 4, 3.
About that, like for the coach gun like this, to clear gaps like this, you want to do like a short little hop because you're gonna do that when you're under pressure. So you want to not spend a lot of time in the air. Kind of noteworthy.
Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Yeah, just spam that shield. I like that you're going for a turret instead of the shield.
Enemy turrets down.
Like if you can shoot, like I said earlier, if you can shoot at a shield and you can shoot at something other than the shield, shoot at the something else. Like if you can only shoot at the shield, shoot at the shield. Oof, what happened there? Where did they die? Where was your team? Sorry, I'm really curious. Where did they die? Because that's obviously like really bad for you guys. The fact that you just lost 2 members.
Ready for battle. 1. Attackers incoming.
It's not letting me fast forward. I can do 175. Where is your Moira? Oof. Okay.
That's much better.
Yeah, they just got spammed down. They should have been in cover. I can't blame them too much for that. I kind of can, but also, yeah, worth noting, like your team now is an Orisa again instead of the Diva. I'm so proud of her. Orisa's still not an ideal pick. And also, if your team is playing Orisa back here, the rest of you want to be back here. Well, yeah, because Orisa can't really hold at the gate like Ryan can. Because like if the Ryan, if your Orisa is here, and the Ryan wants to push her, then he can. Like she's not gonna kill him before he kills her. Probably not. Like she might actually. Never mind that she can, but the point is like she can't really hold here as well as another Ryan can, for example. So it would have been safe. It's safer for her to play here where she is. I would have liked her a bit further back even, and your team behind her. Like I said, I don't mind where you're standing, and it really sucks. I mean, you just lost both of your healers, and it was just due to their spam. Nothing you could have done about that, but it just feels horrible, and I've like 90% chance like you just lose point A because of that. Ooh, there's the fast forward.
Supercharger powering up. Enemy turret ahead.
That's better.
This thing's speed is messed up. Is this normal speed? No, this feels sped up. Is this normal speed? Yeah, this is normal speed. Yeah, I really like what you're doing here. Just they're ignoring you, so take advantage of that. I don't really know how much I should say for this fight because you lost both of your healers, so it's probably already lost. All you can really do, you can maybe get a pick if you're lucky, and you should be going for that, but also maybe try to get out. You should have maybe tried to get out. Like, you can stay here because they're not focusing you, but the moment they start focusing you, you don't want to be here.
We need to take out that turret.
Yeah, you should take your time with that Mercy. You're just praying and praying. Then she got you. Yeah, so in that situation, like, yeah, not a lot you could have done, but I think you should have probably tried to get out this way. I think that would have been the best thing to do. Either that or try to stealth back here, wait for him to actually be on point, and then take your time when they're not aware of you and, like, try to get a cheeky pick, like, after hiding for a bit, because they didn't know you were up here. You didn't have to give yourself away. Well, I did like your dynamite there. I will give you that one. Anyway, a lot more you could have done. It's unfortunate you didn't get a pick on the Mercy. Like, that would have actually been big. Wouldn't have made a big difference in the long run. I think your healers are back. Yeah, there goes Moira. She's going in, and your Junkrat's still in. So maybe it would have made a difference. Actually, yeah, maybe. I'm just gonna say maybe. Anyway, so that fight loss wasn't really your fault. Of course, you could have done more. You always
I want
can.
to get you for
Enemy
that.
turret located.
What's up with the speed?
Enemy turret neutralized.
But yeah, that was just like both of your healers got picked right at the start.
Objective lost.
Yeah, just
Stop
stay
the
here. I
pain.
almost want to say, I was gonna debate whether you should try to back up your Orisa, but she's one. She's just gonna die. Leave her. In fact, like maybe even get back further.
My
Your
riptide
Zarya
is
wants to
all
go
my
in. You
strength.
have to back her up. Regardless of what I just said, like the correct play isn't to go in right now because they're gonna punish you. They're gonna try to get those stagger kills I talked about. You don't have all 5 years, so if they push now, they've got a big advantage. So you shouldn't be pushing, but because your Zarya is pushing, you're kind of obliged to back her up. You don't. She shouldn't be pushing, but because she is pushing, you kind of have to back her up. Like, even like not go in fully with her. If she just YOLOs and walks in, you shouldn't be doing that with her. But you should at least be taking this opportunity to hit a few shots, maybe. Okay, she's staying safe. Good on her.
30 seconds remaining.
Yeah.
We're almost there.
So it's getting pretty close to overtime. The general rule for overtime pushes, because I know a lot of people panic, and maybe you'll panic, and you're just like, ah, we have to stop them right now. For overtime pushes, you just have to win one fight. That's your fight process. Win one fight. Uh, so for that reason, you want to regroup. Like your Orisa died. She's the main person you're waiting for. It is a shame she's sticking to Orisa because your team is waiting for her. She is the one who needs to get back. So I would have liked to see her go Ryan because Ryan's a lot faster. And honestly, Ryan is a lot more ideal for this circumstance, especially King's Row. King's Row is great for Ryan. Man, she's not gonna get back anytime soon. Orisa is so slow. I would have also not mind. Well, I like Winston. So that's why I say I wouldn't have minded a Winston, but it's actually not a great pick. I just like Winston. Anyway, where was I going with this? Yeah, regroup. Regroup is what you should be doing. Regroup for one fight. You need one fight. That's all you need. That's the mindset you should have. Just win one more fight. Doesn't have to be soon. It just has to be decisive.
Much better.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, definitely don't be your, because they are gonna push. They are gonna push to your, and then either you have to go on this long way back to your team, which isn't ideal, or you have to go up here, which maybe isn't bad, or you die here, which I hope doesn't happen. But like 2 seconds ago, you should have gone back here instead of staying where you are. Like even now, if you just coach gun this way, it'll probably be fine. It might already be too late, but you're splitting yourself off from your team by standing here. If they push now, if they push to here, then you're split off from your team, which isn't good. Okay, you're walking back. That's good. Ooh, very nice. That's good for you. Yeah, you're up. Well, is your Orisa back yet? Almost. That's good for you. So it's a 5v6. They lost their main tank, their Orisa. You lost your Junkrat, which means you've got an advantage. Like generally, tank picks are more impactful than DPS picks. That doesn't mean you should just... Okay, I pressed the button by accident. That doesn't mean you should just go in. What button did I press? This looks exactly the same. I'm not sure. I'm confused. What happened? I went back in time, so I'm just gonna speed up.
10 seconds
Wait, your Junkrat rip-tired. I didn't even notice that. How did he die? Did he just stand here and rip-tire? That's not smart. Always rip-tire in cover. Basic advice. Not here. Anyway, what was that? I was saying, so 5v5, they lost their tank, you lost your Junkrat. That means you've got an advantage, but not the type of advantage you should just like push the hell out of. It's more like the type of advantage you should just be a bit more aggressive. So like you can just stand here instead of where you're standing right now. Like go more aggressive. Don't YOLO in. But be more aggressive because you got the advantage. Man, Junkrat didn't even get a kill with the tire. What happened to the tire? I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, I like it. Now you should be pushing. I like that dynamite. Yeah. Okay, very dangerous thing to your left. What was it, Lucio? Yeah, you're one. Careful. Yeah, you didn't react fast enough to taking damage there. Okay, that supercharger is bad for you guys. I hope your team breaks it soon. They should. Lucio is just dancing on cart and no one can shoot him. Yeah, let's see where this goes.
They are getting on my nerves.
Okay, you lose your Orisa, you lose your Bap, you lose your... Okay, so in other words, like half your team is dead, so you need to think about regrouping. Let's see if that happens. You're still spamming, which is fine. Actually, like, where you're standing here is safe enough to spam from, and you're getting pretty close to Bob, so you should be trying to build that. They're probably gonna get this point. In overtime, getting the point isn't too impactful, because I mean, it's still impactful because their spawn is right here. So if like one of them dies, they can get back quicker. But it's because it's overtime. It's not as impactful as it would be if this was the first round and I'd get additional time. The point being, like, you don't have to feel too bad about giving up the point in a situation like this, because you still only need to win one fight.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
So yeah, just wait here. Love to see it. Now that your Orisa's there, you can go around, get some damage done, hold that bomb. Yeah, break that. Okay, I like that supercharger. You're a little bit too far to the left. You still want to be in a position where you can fall back into cover on a moment's notice if you take damage, especially. A little bit aggressive positioning. Yeah. Okay, he got melted. I hope he used Bob instantly. Love it. Yeah, and that should be a win. A win. Lovely.
I'm on fire. Giving my stay out of my sight.
Score.
So yeah, that round, what went wrong? Your healers got picked on point A, point B. What went wrong on point B? I can't remember. What did go wrong on point B? You got split off here. That didn't end up killing you, I don't think. Junkrat. I want to see what happens to that Riptire. What happened to it? Yeah, look at that. That's just insane where he's standing. If he just stood right here, that would have been perfect. But instead he's standing right here and he gets killed. But what happens to that tire?
Overtime.
Ah, sound barrier. That's what happened to the tire. Well done, Lucio. I'll give you that. That's really nice. If it wasn't for that, like, their soldier would have been dead, which, not the biggest deal. He would have actually probably gotten raised. So, yeah. Anyway, what went wrong after that? Yeah, I think right about here things start going wrong for you guys. You guys have an advantage. And then Lucio is... Yeah, actually, if you look at it from this angle, the biggest problem in this situation is the Lucio dancing on cart. If it wasn't for him, someone else would have to push up, and like whoever else pushes up will be easier to take care of than Lucio. So I think that's actually what really cost you guys. This Lucio right here is what actually really cost you guys. Look at him, no one else on cart. If he just died here, he would have won right here. But because he could dance so long, the rest of them could regroup, and with supercharger, I think they just kill you guys. Yeah, your Orisa is a little bit of a coward. I would have liked to see her go in a bit more. In part to do more damage, but in part to draw more aggro. Like, she's big and beefy, and I think she still has Fortify even. No, she doesn't. No, she does. So she should have been a lot more... Okay, should I stop analyzing your team? I hope you don't mind. I hope you find this interesting as well, even though you weren't present. Just what went wrong? Why did you lose here? And the answer is, like, because of that Lucio, that damn Lucio. And yeah, they came back and just... I mean, they had a few ults to pop. And that's point B.
Our task is clear.
Dein Schutzengel ist da.
Yeah. Anyway, 2 point C, or no, to your second offense.
Round 3. Complete. Initiating match.
Yeah, I did point out to Lucio when you were there, and I think you died not because of okay. Well, the Lucio did do some decent damage to you. You didn't die from the Lucio, but you should have responded to the Lucio. Anyway,
Move to the
The
beat.
blue enemy in
so
the
this is
is
where you switch to
disordered.
Symmetra. I don't like the Symmetra pick here. Well, I mean, I kind of do because, well, I do and I don't. The idea with this Symmetra Junkrat equals like a super duper heavy spam comp. Both of them do a lot of damage just in a general direction. If you and Junkrat are spamming this choke, for example, then like whatever shield they've got will just be melted in a second. Or you know, if they don't have a shield, whoever is standing there will be melted in a second. So that's the idea behind the comp. You said you wanted to TP Junkrat to the high ground. I told you already, like, that's kind of questionable because he's got a mine. He can jump wherever he needs to be. Except, okay, well, it's kind of but. The reason he might not be able to jump up here, for example, is because he has to clear this distance here. If he's jumping here, wee up here, someone can shoot him during that. If you TP, like that's not a problem because you're just in 1 second you're here, the next second you're here. So that's one advantage of teleport. Where was I going with this? Actually, I think that's the main advantage of teleport over Junkrat mines, the fact that he doesn't actually have to do a journey. But oh yeah, the other side of it, like they don't have hit scan. They haven't
Ready for
proven to
battle.
really have any competent. They played soldier last round and it was decent, but it wasn't really like they wouldn't have. Oh, did I fast forward? This isn't you guys, is it? No. What did I do? What happened? Ah, they are on defense. Sorry, I thought you were on defense. What was I saying? Junkrat, mine. Oh yeah, hit scan. So they haven't proven like the idea like why he can't just do that is because someone will shoot him while he's doing that. And like maybe Soldier will, but actually like he hasn't really shown evidence that he's capable of doing that. So I personally wouldn't have like made it a priority to teleport is what I'm saying. Maybe if they had like a Nutty Widow or Ashe, I would have like been more open to the idea of teleporting across this gap so that if she's standing up here, then she can't just kill him while he's midair. But like the soldier, like if Junkrat comes from here and he just mines up here and lands on the soldier, I'm willing to bet like 50-50 you could actually kill the soldier like that. So maybe that's not a safe play. Maybe it's not a safe bet. I would personally go for it as a Junkrat. That would be suicidal, maybe, but I would endorse it personally because it's fun and also like if you're on defense here, on offense, I mean, like your spawn is right here, so you're allowed to take risks like that. Like a 50-50 chance is like 50% chance you respawn and you're back in like 5 seconds. 50% they respawn and like they're back in 20 seconds. You know. That's one thing about like King's Row A, the attacker spawn being this close. Like, if you lose one and they lose one, then the attackers are at advantage because their last one will be back very very soon. So that's why on defense you don't want to take risks like this. Anyway, where was I going with this? I don't know. Let's just watch what happens. Look at this. I have to play at 2 point
5,
speed.
4, 3, 2, 1.
There we go.
Attackers incoming. Defend
Yeah, the
objective
replay
A.
viewer is really buggy. So yeah, as Symmetra, like you want to be charging up orbs and spamming them into that shield. So like hold right click. Yeah, so like how do I go down? Q, yeah, Q. So you stand here, charge your orb. You peek for like 0.1 seconds, shoot your orb, go back, charge another orb. Peek, shoot your orb, come back, charge your orb. Peek, shoot your orb, come back. So that, I mean, you're doing the same amount of damage, but you're just not exposing yourself, so you can't, so you're in less danger. That's how you spam the Symmetra. The, when to use her beam, like yeah, like you do want to use charge up her beam if you can, but this is still a little bit far. The as Symmetra, you kind of want to be prioritizing your orbs more than your right click more than your beam, because you want to be spamming your Symmetra, just spam, spam, spam. The problem with her beam, you have to get pretty close. Like this is actually fine. I don't mind it, but it's not what I would be prioritizing because you can charge it up here. But like generally speaking, it's a lot safer to just spam orbs. And if you want to charge your beam, I would prefer it if you stood here so that you're like actually perfectly safe. Like out here, you're not actually perfectly safe. Now you're spamming orbs. Oh, not that orb didn't really go anywhere. Like you should have been shooting it in this general direction. Yeah, that Orisa shield is like a gift to Symmetra. Just stand in a safe position, and charge up off it. I don't like what you're doing on Symmetra. Like, you push them back. Now is not the time to TP up there. Now is the time to push.
Teleporter online. Listen to path.
Yeah. No, I don't like this strategy at all. Like, where you guys are going right now, like this Junkrat is gonna go right here. I see it already in his body language. Like where you are right now is actually like, look at this. You can just like, if you and Junkrat just both like, he shoots a bomb, you shoot a orb, like anyone here is dead. Like you just spam this area, like you can maybe even get 2 kills, 3 kills easily if you both just spam here. And you do. That's actually lovely. I love to see it. I would have personally gone for the front line war. Like Symmetra, your beam was already partially charged up. Like if you get, like I will almost say don't use the beam unless you intend to get it up to like level 3 charge. And if you do get it to level 3 charge, then like keep using it as long as you can, because it's actually insane if you get it up to level 3 charge. So you started charging up your beam and then you just kind of let it go. Don't do that. Like, if you don't plan on charging up her beam fully, then don't even touch it, honestly. Just use a right click. A right click, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, it does like 120 or 140 damage for a direct hit from her right click for a fully charged one like this. Like, it's actually what she's gonna hit the turret. How much damage did that do to the turret? It doesn't have a health bar. But a lot anyway. So the point is like, unless you're planning to use the beam, then don't use the beam. If you use the beam, commit to the beam. Yeah, you don't have to reposition. You don't gain much by shooting from here than by shooting from here. Not at the moment.
Sentry online.
I don't like those turrets very much. They're gonna get destroyed really quickly. Like yeah, if you just throw it at them, they're gonna see it. One nice thing you can do with turrets, like air turrets, like one nice thing about them is that they give the enemy an additional target, something they kind of have to shoot at. So put it somewhere where it makes them like move their mouse more. So like I would have maybe gone for like this corner here, or this wall here. Reason being so that they have to like look up and then look back at you or whatever. Also, it's just something I thought about telling you, but it's on offense, so it's not as valid. You want to hide her mines. Like if you're on defense, You want to put them in unexpected locations. That's how you get the most value. If like it takes a if it does like full second of damage before the enemy even like reacts to it, then that's great. But if they see it coming, then it gets a lot less value. So you want to be hiding it. Just throwing it at the enemies like this, I mean, let's just have a look. It's gonna get broken before it even does like any damage. Okay, I take that back. Yeah, that shouldn't be happening. Yeah, that definitely shouldn't be happening. So that's, yeah.
Enemy turret ahead.
Yeah, you're getting spammed out. I would like it if you put a TP here for your team to take. Like if you're Zarya and like the rest of your team can get up here right now, that would be nice. So like putting a TP for them. Right now you're split up from your team. You can kind of spam, but you're very, very unlikely to get a pick. They've got Mercy healing and Lucio healing, so you're very, very unlikely to actually get a kill from this position, from where you are, without the Junkrat. Like if you and the Junkrat, whatever happened? Oh, Junkrat's dead. So you should be thinking about repositioning, like getting out. Well, either getting out or getting your team in. So I would have really liked a TP to year. Anyway, because yeah, spamming here is not gonna do anything except hold your alt charge. Ah, you're going. Okay, don't. No, don't. The turret's gonna kill you right now. Yeah, you killed the turret, but that's not a fair trade. Yeah, being separated like that, you wanna you wanna unless you're a character that can actually like threaten a kill from this position, but Symmetra can't. You're very, very, very unlikely to get a kill. Like it would mean like hitting a direct hit on someone, which is unlikely, and then them not getting healed until you get another direct hit on them, which just won't happen. But I saw you were going for a turret, which is even worse because you were really low, and like if you can see the turret can see you. So yeah, I would have just gotten out if I were you. Anyway.
I will follow my path.
Watch out for that turret!
Help me.
Yeah, so just spam right clicks. Okay, if you're, like I said, if you're gonna charge up your beam, charge up your beam. No, they're too far. I think they're out of your beam's range. We can see here. Yeah, a little bit short. Yeah, Symmetra's beam is really close ranged, like really, really close ranged. Like she's actually more of a spam hero. If you were just spamming orbs down this choke, it's just draining their resources. Like at this range, I like seeing you charge up, but otherwise you should just be spamming. Yeah. Love it. Now you're charged up, so just like don't let go. Still stay safe, like don't just run into him, but I like what you're doing now. Yeah, I actually really like what you're doing. Oh god, he solo shattered you. Was it a... No, it actually wasn't. Actually, that was a big shatter. Yeah, fast forward. That's how it did.
60 seconds remaining.
The power of destruction. My business, my rules.
Yeah, when you were here, like my instincts were just telling me you should be here instead. Like, this isn't really like if you're standing here and you need to fall back, you kind of have to go here, and that's like a lot slower than just like doing this, you know. What is wrong with this thing? Ah, you're back on Ashe. I like it. Yeah, you weren't doing much on the Symmetra. No offense. Symmetra is a spam hero. Her beam is good if you can get it charged up, but she's primarily a spam hero. You weren't using her as a spam hero, so I like that you switched back to Ashe. let's take it from you're not in a safe position. You really weren't in a safe position. They've got a lot of spam, and you're not really respecting that.
Oh, 30 seconds. Let's clean up this mess.
Like, they've got nothing that can one-shot you, so the idea is, like, you're perfectly safe standing here, because, like, if you take some damage, you can immediately fall back, and then you're perfectly safe. Unless they hold you, which they they can, I guess. But, like, standing here, like, you can't immediately just poop back into cover.
Enemy spotted over there.
This will restore you.
Enemy turret.
Smoke them out of there.
Oh, let's break it!
Everyone attack!
Just a quick note, like right here, you got a shot on the Mercy. She was one away from death, but you decided to jump instead. Right here, she's one more shot and she's dead. Instead, you decide to coach gun, so that's not optimal. Their Mercy could have been dead right now. Ooh, beautiful bomb. You don't have anyone on the point except for, well, you don't currently have anyone on the point. Like standing here, okay, well, you're at 18 health. That's bad. I would have said my first instinct would have just been to jump down because you just got a kill, so it's winnable. But also, like, no one's on the point, so it doesn't matter how winnable it is if, you know, no one's on a point. So I would have just jumped down, but you're also at 18 health, which is really, really scary. So maybe you shouldn't. Okay, well, you should. If your instinct should be to jump down, I think. Logically speaking, D.Va's probably gonna get back on the point, so then you didn't have to drop down, if that makes sense. But let's see what happens. Yeah, definitely. Like, okay, your D.Va got back on just in time. It was scary. You should have dropped down. And that should be game. Yeah.
Victory.
So general tips. I don't think you have to, like, for the first offense and defense. Like, Doom was he got. I mean, I think he won them a few fights. Like, I wouldn't say he carried, but I would have switched to shut him down. Specifically, your team didn't really have anything to deal with him. So the Symmetra switch, I'm sorry, you were useless on Symmetra. You said it's the reason you did it is to TP Junkrat up to the high ground. I explained why that's, like, not really important unless can I quickly go back? Unless they've got a sniper, or unless it's your entire team strategy to TP up. Yeah, I just want to show the map because, like I said, he can just jump up here, and the one thing stopping him from just jumping up here is a sniper here. Other than that, no one else is gonna, like, kill him while he's jumping up here. Again, maybe the soldier might. But another scenario I didn't really mention is if your whole team wants to teleport up here, which might be the case if you're running a Death Ball. You know, Ryan, Zarya, Lucio, etc. Just to get, like, a cheeky little position. It's always one of the nice things about Symmetra's teleporter is the factor of, like, it's unexpected. Like, they're holding they're not gonna expect your whole team to suddenly drop down here, you know. So that's the power of it. But that wasn't your strategy. Your strategy was just to get Junkrat up here. Like, yeah, no. In any case, like, Symmetra is a spam here. You should just spam, spam, spam. but also I do want to say like I think it's important for you to expand your Euro pool. Like McCree would have been really good the first 2 rounds against what they had. McCree's like uh, how to compare Ashe to McCree. Ashe has more um, damage, like consistent damage with her gun because she's got like 13 shots. McCree like doesn't. I mean, he can, but in a way, McCree also has like higher consistent damage because like his reload is a lot faster than Ash's. So they're very comparable in that way. Ashe is a lot longer range than McCree. I'm not sure like what exactly the ranges are, but I do think you should play some McCree sometimes, especially like the big thing. Another big thing. Ashe has a dynamite, amazing ability. I don't have to tell you. You saw at that one fight how much damage you can do with a single dynamite. But McCree's got the flashbang, which is it's great. Against against heroes with mobility, against heroes that rely on dodging, like Doomfist does. If you just flash, like it's kind of shamelessly just flash fan to hammer him, he's dead. Other than that, you could have probably done a lot of the same things with McCree. So I would recommend like sometimes picking up McCree if you're dealing with a Doomfist. Actually, just I think switch more. Ashe is generally good, but like you should switch sometimes just to counter what the enemy is doing. Yeah. Anyway, like Ashe isn't particularly great against any one of their Euros. She's generally good, but she's not really countering anyone on the enemy team as such. Um, what else? Uh, yeah, I think it's worth mentioning. Like, there were a few times where you kind of separated yourself from your team a little bit. I think once or twice I remember you doing that. So like, as Ashe, like I've told you before, Ashe is very, very diveable, very vulnerable. Like if they've got stuff, if you're separated from your team and they decide they want you dead, they can probably just kill you as Ashe. So you want like to have your team between you and them, unless like I did say that one time you should be looking to flank and then you did, which I liked. But that's different because I mean this little flank here really isn't there's a bit difference between like a big flank and a small flank. Um, I don't know. I think it's not too important right here. What else? Yeah, I would have also liked to see you like try some backline heroes. Like in a situation where like you're up where the enemy's front line is a lot stronger than your front line, like was the case here. Like you don't really want to be fighting the frontline battle necessarily. Like there are other ways to fight the enemy than to fight the frontline battle. Um, yeah, I don't really know what else to say. I hope this was useful. All of that. Cheers.